Hello, and welcome to this month's Safety Minute. For this month's Safety Minute, I want to talk to you about the most common injury. Quite often when I get called into workplaces, they share their injury statistics, and you wouldn't believe how often hand injuries are the number one statistic they share. Last month I was at an organization and they reported that 20% of their injuries were hand injuries. Next month I'm being called into a company and all they want is for me to talk about hand injuries. Sometimes I go to very large organizations and they have these things called golden rules. These are rules that you must follow. And I have yet to see a set of golden rules that did not include a rule for preventing hand injuries. Hand injuries happen all the time. And let's face it, the reason that is because it's almost impossible to live your life without using your hands. But believe it or not, the most common injury is not hand injuries at all. In fact, the most common injury comes from a part of our body that we never stop using. And that is our hearing. Just think about this for a moment. When you go to bed and you shut your eyes and you give your body a break and your hands stop working and your brain goes into its subconscious state, your hearing even then doesn't even stop. We're constantly using our hearing in everything we do. And from time to time, sometimes we do subject our hearing to sounds and noises that are just too loud. And unlike a hand injury or any other part of the body, when you get a cut or a bruise, a break, a sprain, a burn, you know that injury happened right then and there. But when you suffer hearing loss, when you injure your hearing, you don't always realize it happened at that time. And it's not until the future that you get to experience the damage you did. Have you ever been to a nightclub and you walk out of the bar and you have ringing in your ears? Well, that ringing is hearing loss. It's your body telling you that you had too much music for too long and too loud, and in the future you're gonna feel it. And the more you do it, the worse it's gonna get. I'm at the stage of my life where I now consider what I call the what stage of my life. And I call it the what stage because I am constantly asking people to repeat themselves. I'm saying, what did you say? And it's really annoying. Not only that I have to constantly ask people to repeat themselves, but it's annoying for them to have to repeat themselves. And the reality is I'm in this stage of my life because when I was a tradesperson and I worked around the tools, I never wore hearing protection because it was not prescribed for us to do it. And now, I look back at all the times I've used my hearing at work or at the bar or around loud equipment or machinery, and I think to myself how easy it would have been to actually protect my hearing. I often say that safety's not hard. And the reason I say that is because let's think about it. How hard is it for you to protect your hearing? It's as simple as putting in some earplugs and preventing the hearing loss. But the reality is how often do we actually do that? And then we expose our hearing, and over time we take on more noise and more sounds and more music and more machinery, more equipment. All these noises impact us. And we get to this stage in our life where we really can't hear at all. At the age of 18, it is reported that 15% of the population is already suffering from hearing loss. And as we get older, that statistic only gets worse. By the time we're 70, more than 40% of the population suffers from hearing loss. I know a lot of people with hearing loss, and I look at them when we're in large gatherings and everyone's having fun and laughing and joking around. And that person, they're there, but they're not really there. They're part of the group, but they're not really interacting with the group because they can't make out the difference of the sounds, the noise, the music, and the laughter and the communication. It's just one big jumbled noise to them. And they sit there and they kind of are trapped in their own head. And I wonder when they're trapped in their own head, wondering what everyone else is talking about and all the fun that's going on, if at that moment is when they consider how easy it would have been to prevent that hearing loss. Hearing loss is by far the number one injury. Not only that, it is super simple to actually prevent. It really comes down to, how much do you really cherish your hearing? That when you're older, you want to actually hear your kids, your grandkids, your spouses, your friends. You want to be able to laugh, participate in those groups. And if you do want to do those things, the question is, then what are you going to do about it? I hope you enjoyed this month's Safety Minute. If you want more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to bring me out to your workplace so I can share messages on safety to your people, go to spencerspeaks.ca. And until the next Safety Minute, stay safe.